Hey guys, what's up? Hey, G for T, SurviveAndThrive.tv with a special show with you guys. Typically I do these 7 o'clock Pacific Monday through Wednesday, sometimes on Sundays. But I had to come on air today because Dave contacted me through YouTube. He's a veteran, and you can give as much information as you feel comfortable with, but basically I'll let you tell the story. It looks like the VA hospital is working in conjunction with the government and local law enforcement to do something what they call wellness checks, where they go into your home without any justification whatsoever, and they literally force you out the door to get a psychiatric evaluation. And at that point, they go ahead and they confiscate your guns and your permits, and you're still in a battle with these people. Could you tell me, everybody from the beginning, what happened and what's your story?
Sure, no problem. Can you hear me good?
I can hear you fine. Hopefully they can hear you too as well. I'm getting some green bars, so we'll see.
Okay, very good. Started off, I'm a disabled veteran. 6 months ago, I requested a checkup for my spine because I have a spine injury. So they were supposed to call me back with an appointment to see a spine specialist or a pain management specialist or something like that. And this was going to be a follow-up because I've already seen a pain management specialist and a spine specialist for this problem, and so this would be a follow-up appointment. Well, they called me back and said, okay, we have a 3-hour appointment set up for you, Mr. Schmecker, and it will be a half hour with a psychiatrist, a half hour with a psychologist, half hour with a physical therapist, and then you'll see a pain management specialist. I refused. I said to them, I will not see a psychiatrist and a psychologist for a spine injury. Well, they never got back to me, and they still haven't. Like I said, let's jump now. We'll jump forward to February 5th. February 5th, I went to a friend's house, and before I left for my friend's house, I put a message on my machine in case he had called me while I was going to his house. In case we missed communication there, And I went to his house, and him and I attended a church service. And then 2 hours later, I returned to my home. When I returned to my home, I noticed that there was a message on my answer machine. Not a message, someone had called. It was the police department, the local police department had called my house. So I was curious to know why. So I called the police department, and he told me, your primary care physician has called us to perform a wellness check on you. He heard a peculiar message on your answering machine, and we want to perform a wellness check. I said, no problem. I'll do something better. I'll do one better. I'll come down to see you. We'll clear this all up. No problem. So I went down to the police station, talked to the receptionist. The receptionist said, wait here in the lobby. Someone will be right out with you. I waited and waited and waited. No one came out to see me. I returned home. I recalled the police department, told them that I was just down there in the lobby waiting. No one came out. They said, yes, we were called away, something like that. They said, but we still want to perform a wellness check. I said, no problem. They said, we'll be right up to see you. I said, listen, I would not like you to, I don't want you to come to my house because I don't want the stigma of having the police department, police officers in front of my house, all that stuff. I'll meet you down the end of my street, and I live on a very short street. So I took my truck down the road, and I parked there at the end of the street. They showed up a half hour later. Immediately, and I wasn't upset. This was, I wasn't, foggy in my head. No, I wasn't anxious or anything like that. I very calmly was just sitting there waiting for them. They immediately commandeered my vehicle, said, Mr. Schmecker, you're not going anywhere. You can't get in your vehicle. We're taking your vehicle to your house, and you're going to let us into your house. We're going to take your weapons, and you're going to a psychiatric evaluation. I saw this all. I saw the writing on the wall. I saw this all coming down right in front of me. I didn't want to resist because I knew if I had resisted, I would be in a worse situation. So, thinking ahead, thinking clearly, I submitted under duress to this illegal search and seizure. So they came in my house, and they searched my house looking for contraband or anything. And they looked under everything, looking in between this and that, and I basically knew if I resisted, I would never have gotten out of that hospital. I would have gone into the hospital, possibly the morgue, and not only that, but then I would have, if I survived, I would have could still be in the psychiatric ward. Because believe me, if I had said one wrong thing in that psychiatric ward, they wouldn't have let me out at my own recognizance 3 days later.
And this is in Connecticut. You're 50 years old. You're honorably discharged, disabled Navy veteran. And what happened is they didn't have a warrant to go into your house, did they?
No, they did not. They said they did. They said they had a risk warrant, but later on we found out that they did not have the risk warrant to do this. So, and they never showed me anything. And not only that, I'm an honorably discharged Navy veteran, disabled, without a psychiatric history. I do not have a psychiatric history, nor do I have a criminal past. I don't see that. I don't see anybody in that capacity for medical reasons, and I don't have that kind of a criminal past. I just don't have it. I'm a peace-loving, law-abiding citizen. I had a pistol permit for 6 years before they confiscated it. I still don't have it back. I still don't have my weapons back. They are obstructing justice. They haven't returned the weapons. They're not even enforcing their own bogus laws that they said that the judge handed down in the court session about that risk warrant. So when my attorney is trying to get my weapons returned to at least someone with a pistol permit beside myself, they're not even honoring that. So they're obstructing justice. They have not released any risk warrant or any warrant whatsoever to my attorney. This is all bogus. And it's actually had a devastating effect on my personal life. This is really a terrible situation.
And this all
would come down to it, and all because my doctor thinks he heard a peculiar message. And let me tell you, there was nothing in that message that was threatening toward myself or anyone else, and it didn't break any laws. And I want to go into a little bit of history here for 1 second, just a quick brief history of myself. At this present time, I'm not in a relationship, so there's no threats that could be possibly associated with any, like a girlfriend or a wife or anything like that. I don't have children, and there's just nothing. It's void of any kind of substance what they did to me, and including the warrant that they said that they had. And man, let me tell you something. When two cops come to your house, you either submit or you resist. I had no witnesses present at the time, so maybe if I had a witness, that wouldn't have happened. If there was someone around me, maybe it wouldn't have happened. But I didn't, and I would have, either I submitted or I resisted. And at that present time, I was thinking clearly enough not to. However, what I went through has made me change my mind. If it ever happened again.
So they requisitioned your car. So they got you when you were pulling up. Is that what happened?
No, I was sitting there at the end of my street in my truck, waiting for the police to show up calmly. When they showed up, I was calm. Everything was, no anxiety. I wasn't impaired in any way, and they didn't give me any recognition of the truth. There was no recognition of facts or truths. Anything I said was not even taken into consideration. They just commandeered my vehicle. When I went to go get in my vehicle, they said, no. You're not going in there. Give me the keys. It was a total setup. I was really quite, shocked that this would happen.
And then how did they enter your home?
They under intimidation, they forcefully told me, you must let us in.
And then from there, they went straight for your.
Not only that, sir. Not only that, but they said if I did not open my safe, I keep my guns in a big safe. Okay, and they said if I did not open my safe, they were gonna bust it open. So take that. That's unbelievable.
That's amazing. Without a warrant, the police went in there, confiscated your guns, and have revoked your permit. What police department is this?
Naugatuck, Connecticut.
Naugatuck, Connecticut, and they worked in conjunction with the VA hospital, which is a doctor, and you have no psychiatric past, no criminal past. It looked like what triggered this was you went into the doctor and you didn't want to submit to a psychiatric evaluation for a spinal cord injury. Is that basically what we're hearing here?
Yes, you are hearing that exactly.
So whether it's Obamacare or something's being passed here where they're trying to get psychiatric evaluations from veterans possibly, or a larger part of the populace here, and if you don't submit to those psychiatric evaluations, automatically you're red flagged, and the police are notified, and they will commandeer your vehicles and enter your homes, and wow, they confiscate your guns. They're taking your guns.
Yeah, and they said they would bust open my safe where they were safely locked up if I did not give them to them. So you can imagine, if I did not submit to their every request, what they would have done to me personally.
How much money are you now in hock because of this action by the government? How much has this costed you financially?
Well, so far, several $1,000s, and I'm not even. It's not even the tip. It's not even the icing on the cake yet. I'm still, you know, I feel like a sitting duck here. I feel like at any time, anybody could drop a dime on me for any reason whatsoever without any due process of the law, and they could bust through my door. And I've been living in my house peaceably for 13 years. Okay, 13 years. I'm ready to sell this home that I've had for 13 years. I have a dog that's part feral, and she's old. I can't take this dog with me anywhere. I'm ready to put my precious, beloved dog down. Can you imagine that?
We had a situation where they were taking babies from Oath Keepers, and then Oath Keepers came out. So maybe this video will get out to the general populace, and there'll be some people that can help out a 50-year-old Navy veteran that has basically had your guns confiscated, illegally entered your home, and they forced you into psychiatric evaluation. This is just clearly incredible. What's a good way that people can get comfortable in contacting you? Do you have an email or something if someone wants to help you out in any way possible here?
Sure. I mean, you could even give them my home phone. I have nothing to hide.
Okay.
You know?
Well, I'll get your email and I'll post it in the description box. I think this video is going to get out to a lot of people, and people are going to hopefully step up to the plate and help you in Connecticut. If there's anybody out there, this is incredible. This is big news. Okay, so anyways, let's kind of just end this here, hopefully, unless you have any more thoughts. Anything else that's coming to mind here with what they did to you? I mean, has this been a lot of emotional pain going through all of this?
You would not believe it. You would not believe it. It has devastated me. You know, it has literally devastated myself and my family life. Like I said, I don't feel secure. It's costing me a lot of money. I mean, you just name it. It's awful. It's an awful, awful feeling. Okay.
I'm taking a look at the information that you sent me. So now you have an attorney. The Veterans Administration is involved in that.
The attorney is only to get my pistols and to appeal the revocation of my permit. It's nothing to, you know, action. The civil action is really the bottom line. Is what has to be done. Justice has to be done.
And we do not want to set panic throughout the veteran community, but this could be the tip of the iceberg in a campaign where they're testing the waters to see what they can get away with disarming our disabled veterans and those that have served this country. They've basically messed up your life and your rights, and hopefully we'll be able to get you some help. I really appreciate, David, you coming on. Any last comments or words to the people out there?
Just watch out. There's snitches who could just drop a dime on you for anything, and the way this government has been usurped, it's a very, very bad thing. These people have got to stand up and really get out of stop drinking the Kool-Aid, stop watching that mainstream garbage.
Okay, David, I appreciate you being on the show. You sound perfectly fine to me, very coherent, very thoughtful, and the police look like they overreached their authority here without a warrant, entering in your home and seizing your guns and threatening to blow up your home or blow up your safe. That's just, to me, reeks of a police state domestic terrorist action against the citizens of America. But anyways, hey, we got to go. Let's talk later. Hopefully, maybe we'll have a follow-up with you. Take care.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.